Okay, so welcome to Yin and Meditation. So we're going to start with alternate nostril breathing. So bringing your hands, I usually do my thumb and finger, and you can bring 2 fingers to the third eye and closing off the right with your thumb. Inhale through your left, close off with the pinky, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, close, exhale through the left. Inhale left, close, exhale right. And so on, just continue in this pattern. Just long, slow, deep inhales and exhales. I did this for 15 minutes this morning. I felt very clear. So it balances the brain hemispheres. We're doing, I see Rachel now, we're doing alternate nostril breathing while we're waiting. So you can actually just let that go. Just come ahead into centering. We're playing around while we wait. So just rolling your shoulders up and back. Just begin tuning into your breath, gently closing the eyes. Placing your attention wherever you feel it the strongest. Seeing if you can stay connected to the breath from the moment you breathe the air in until you exhale completely. So allowing each inhale to still your mind. Each exhale softens and relaxes the body. Maybe doing a quick body scan, noting anything you have going on. Check in with the mind, with the heart. Notice any emotions, any thoughts, any sensations in the body, and just try to note them, such as something like worry is happening or thinking is happening. We just want to label it non-judgmentally. We just notice whatever's happening. Try to be okay with whatever is in our present moment. Give yourself permission to be here, letting go of the day, any events. Just allow yourself to fully arrive, both body and mind. And on your next inhale, just gently tap the hands out to your sides. And as you inhale, reach up, look up. And as you exhale, twist. Inhale, coming back to center, reaching up, looking up. Exhaling, twisting to the other side. Inhaling, coming back. Making sure you're breathing. So with Yin, we don't really have a particular breathing style. We're just focusing on long, deep breathing. And then we're going to start on our backs today in star pose. So you're going to bring your feet as wide as the mat. Inhale the arms up and over. So the armpits are facing the ceiling. Your palms are extended. Your feet. Your head is your fifth point. And just begin focusing on the breath here. Maybe beginning with belly breathing, where you inhale, blow the belly out. And as you exhale, pulling the navel to the spine. I'm going to take you through a visualization throughout today's practice. We'll be adding in a little bit of challenge today to some of the poses. So picture yourself floating down a quiet river on a big rubber raft. The riverbed is just a few feet below you. If you look over the side of the raft, you can see tiny pebbles shining up from the sand. The riverbanks are just a few feet away. You can almost reach out and touch the flowers growing at the river's edge. Lie back, relax, go with the flow. Pillowed by a life jacket and by the raft that is carrying you down the river, you are part of the flow. You're halfway through this shape. Let's check the quality of your mind. Notice if you've already gotten lost in thinking. Without judgment, just bring it back. Knowing that when we bring our minds back to the body, back to the breath, we're coming back to this present moment, the only moment we are truly alive in. Be here just one more minute. Your mind feels busy. You can always add in counting, inhaling for 4, suspending the breath for 4, exhaling for 8 or 10. Maybe adding in mantra your affirmations. I have everything within me to handle whatever comes my way. Very slowly bringing the arms down on your next inhale. And then bringing the knees up so the feet are flat on the mat, making your way onto your right side and just pushing yourself up into a seated position. We're going to be coming into butterfly pose. So you want the soles of your feet to come together and kind of check that you have a big diamond shape. Hands come around the toes. We sit up tall. This could be enough. Still the hip opener, but also in yin, we always begin to fold. Maybe the elbows come to your shins. Just letting the head hang. We're working to get the head towards the feet. That's the ultimate expression. Eventually you'll get there. But for now, just go where you can. Checking in that you're not clenching the teeth or the jaw. So when we are in butterfly pose, we are working on the kidney meridian. And I'll trace it for you. You can trace it mentally in the mind. So it begins at the little toe of each foot. It runs through the soles and the arches of both feet, up the insides of the knees and the legs, entering the torso near your tailbone. It moves up along the lower spine into the bladder and kidneys. It also moves externally over the abdomen and chest and flows through the liver, diaphragm, and lungs. It goes through the throat and ends at the root of the tongue. So the meridians are channels. They're what's used in acupuncture. And when your kidney chi is out of balance, the main emotion you feel is fear. Fear of being taken advantage of, fear of letting go, fear of heights, new places, even death. It can trigger a lack of trust, loneliness, and insecurity. So when we hold butterfly, we are clearing that chi, bringing it back into balance, and we feel open to our gentleness, to our wisdom within. We experience self-understanding, rational thinking, and clear perception. Coming back to the river, the current moves you naturally. You are in harmony. You are on schedule. All you need will come to you in its own time. The right thought, the right word, the right action, inspiration, guidance, decision, choices. The river will bring you to the right people, the right situations, the right events. All will come to you. You will be where you need to be when you need to be there. Don't strain. Meanings will become clear in their own time. The river is moving on, and you are moving with it. You are over halfway through this pose. We'll be here just a little over a minute. Let's check in with the teeth. See if you can soften into the shape just a little more. "45 seconds. We can do anything for 45 seconds. Very slowly, slower than you think you need to go. Begin to release the hands, walking yourself upright. Using your hands up under your knees to bring them in, maybe rolling the hips side to side, and then we're going to make our way onto our back for a rest. Just coming into Shavasana. Just allow your body to get heavy, grounded, and just check in. Notice what the body feels. Notice any stories maybe the mind is telling you. Coming back to the thinking that's happening, if you notice thinking, and just come back to the breath. On your next inhale, we're going to stay on the back, but you're just hugging the knees into the chest, for knees to chest pose. We'll be like this for the whole shape. So just focusing on your breathing. So when we hold knees to chest, we're working on the urinary meridian. It starts at the inside of both of your eyes, goes up the forehead, across the crown, and enters the brain. It then runs down the back body, parallel to the spine. A branch goes into the back of the lumbar spine and connects with the kidneys and urinary bladder. Outer branches run all the way down the back of both legs and end at the little toes. So from eyes to toes. And if your bladder chi is imbalanced, it's connected to an inability to connect with life and a fear of change. Most back pain stems from kidney chi issues. The benefits of this pose is that it stretches and stabilizes the pelvis and low back and can reduce lower back pain, reduces excessive anger, excitement, anxiety, and high blood pressure, helps with sciatic nerve impingements, muscle spasms. While clearing your urinary and bladder chi. Let go of timing. Trust good things will come to you. They will come naturally. Just go with the flow. Let your higher power take you wherever you need to be, because life is easy and effortless in the flow. Sometimes the flow carries you on swift-moving waters. Trust that all is well. Things will work out. You will know if you need to set a boundary. Let your fears go. We'll be here just a little over a minute. 45 seconds. Very slowly begin to release the legs, bringing yourself back into a resting position, just letting the feet fall open, feeling yourself heavy and weighted. Just notice what the body feels. Allowing your body to reset, letting go of that last shape. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the feet up so the knees are bent, rolling to the right side, and we'll meet in tabletop. So let's take a few cat-cows before our next shape. And also just let's do a quick wrist exercise. So taking your hands and you're flipping your fingers back, just kind of bend to each wrist slowly. And then take it back and just do the other one. And feeling that stretch. Maybe turning the fingertips back, leaning back. This one's kind of, so you put both your fingertips towards your knees and then start leaning towards your feet. You feel that stretch in your forearms. Then flip them back. It's good to do every once in a while. So now coming into tabletop, bringing the palms just under the shoulders, dropping the belly, gazing up for cat-cow. And as you exhale, press the palms, tilting the pelvic bone, arching the back. Inhaling, dropping the belly, gazing up. Exhaling, round. Just doing a few more of these at your own pace. And then after your next one, we'll be back in neutral. And actually from here, let's meet in downward dog. So you're going to lift or flip your toes, lift the hips. We're in a downward dog. Maybe walking out each heel one at a time, just taking a little movement here. So we're moving into twisted dragon. So it's a form of lizard. So what you're going to do is bring the right foot to the outside of your right hand. So both hands come to the inside. Then we're going to drop that back knee. I'm trying to make sure I can talk you into this one. Okay, then you come down on the left forearm, and the right hand comes to the knee. You're almost like, I'll show on the other side, so I can picture. So you're almost like opening up and looking up. So the hand's kind of pushing that right knee to the razor edge side of that right foot. And your left arm is down, you're looking at it. So this is twisted dragon. And we're just here. And you're breathing. Now if it ever gets too much, you can just bring that hand down and be on both. Let's see how you do in the shape. Okay, you're good. Yep. Check. On the razor edge side. And I'm going to tell you what this does while we're here. So this is working on your spleen meridian. So the spleen meridian begins at the big toes, comes up the inside of the legs, and goes into the torso, through the groin, entering the stomach and the spleen, goes up through the diaphragm, the chest, the heart, and ends at the root of your tongue. And when your spleen chi is imbalanced, you may have feelings of anxiety, nervousness, worry. You might crave sympathy or just feel off-centered. So when we come into this pose, we are balancing that chi, and you will have clear thinking and a capacity to make connections. We're already over halfway. We just have a minute and a half on this side. Check that you're not clenching the jaw. Just send your breath to any places of tension. You are stronger than what your mind tells you. Only 52 seconds. Seconds. You can do it. I'm doing it with you. Very slowly bring that right foot so it's a little more stable and you're pushing your hands up until you're in more of a tabletop, and you can flip those back toes to come up and bring that leg back into a downward dog. Just take a minute here. Maybe walking each foot out again, lifting the tailbone, maybe turning the toes side to side, getting some side body stretches. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So you're going to lift the left leg, step it to the outside of both hands, drop that back knee so the top of your foot is down, and then you're coming down, so the right forearm's down, and the left, your hand comes to that left knee to kind of open and bring that foot to the razor edge side. You're kind of looking up or looking at the left knee, and you're breathing. Twisted dragon. This one affects the stomach meridian, and this meridian begins next to your nose, goes down through the diaphragm into the stomach and spleen, moves down along the top of your legs, and ends at the toes. The stomach meridian deals with affairs of both physiological and psychological nourishment. So an imbalance in the stomach meridian quickly affects other organs because they all depend on the nourishment gained through the digestion of food. You're over halfway through. Just about a minute and a half. Check your teeth. Breathe. You get a nice comfy pose after this. Once I went to a class and they had us in this pose 7 minutes each side. I'll tell y'all at the end of class how long we did it with it. 55 seconds. Just focus on deep inhales and exhales, sending breath to all places of tension. Check in, notice what the mind's telling you. Notice any body sensations. See if you can be okay with whatever is coming up. We have 10 seconds. We can do it. Very slowly rolling that left foot back. Just gonna bring it back. Come down onto your belly, making your hands a little pillow, letting your head come down, and just fully ground into the mat. Just breathing through the belly here, alligator pose, or resting. Just let your body rest. Reconnect with your breath. Next inhale, you'll lift the head, bringing the hands back by the shoulders. We're going to use our hands to press up, and we're going to make our way into child's pose. So you're bringing your knees as wide as the mat, big toes touch, sinking your hips back onto the heels, walking the hands forward. You can add in Anjali Mudra, which is just hands in prayer position in front of you. You could also lift it over the head. Just find whichever way feels comfortable to your hands. Just begin refocusing on the breath here. So child's pose is working on the lungs, which is where we hold our grief. So the lung meridian begins in the middle of the body and runs down into the large intestine before it takes a turn upward, moving through the diaphragm into the lungs and across the front of the clavicle, then down the inner arm and ends at the tip of the thumbs. The lungs' task is that of making a boundary between the inner and outer world. The inner environment needs to be protected by a clear boundary which both defends and defines the person. The skin is like an outer lung, and the pores of your skin are seen as the doors of Chi. Chi is our energy, our life force that we are moving through prana, through acupuncture, through movement. The skin also breathes and exchanges substances with the outer environment. It's a healthy functioning and can be seen as an aspect of healthy lung functioning. And it's interesting that child's pose works on grief and also on anxiety, which could be often connected. Breathe deeply. Invite peace to flow through your body. Even if you fall in the water, you are safe. You are wearing a life jacket. You are part of the flow. Sometimes we fight the flow by holding on to an overhanging branch or trying to paddle against a current. Surrender to the current, and you will set yourself free. Go with the flow, and you will set yourself free to receive all the good that is coming. Feel your desires, let them go. Love people, let them go. Feel gratitude, feel peace. Breathe. You're over halfway through this pose. for just one more minute. Very slowly, you're going to crawl your way onto the belly, coming back into the resting position, making a pillow, just letting the feet fall open, reconnecting with your breath. For your next inhale, you're going to bring the hands back by the shoulders and press up into tabletop. The last shape before Shavasana, and we're moving into pigeons. We're going to start by bringing the right knee towards the right wrist, and coming down, kind of checking that your back leg is straight. And then you're going to come down onto the forearms. If you can fold, you can go there all the way down, making a little pillow. Either one's fine. Pick the one you can maintain. So the right side of pigeon, or we call it sleeping swan in Yin, it's working on the liver meridian, which begins at the top of your big toes, runs up along the inner legs, enters the torso through the groin, goes through the liver and gallbladder into the lungs and up into the throat, into the head, circling the lips and moves into the eyes. When your liver chi is out of balance, we have uneven, irregular emotions, chronic anger, we are impulsive, we may feel annoyed or irritated, depressed, defensive, or even experience all-out rage. Sounds like we all need to be doing pigeon. Healthy liver chi is related to the ability to make wise decisions and then carry them out. You're able to evaluate and access the proper physical, emotional, and social context. Also, your emotions, memory, grief, they can all be stored here as well in the hips. So when we do hip openers, we release a lot of that. And I forgot to give you a half count. We have about 10 seconds left on the side. Slowly on your next inhale, just reach up with the hands, flipping the back toes to the left, just Moving into a quick downward dog, and then we're just going to take it to the other side. So the left knee comes to the left wrist, the right leg straightens, kind of check it, and then coming down to the forearms, maybe flattening all the way. So the left side of Sleeping Swan works the gallbladder meridian, which begins at the outer corners of the eyes, travels down the lateral side of the body to the outer hips. An internal branch goes through the neck and chest into the liver and gallbladder, runs down the outer knees, and ends in the fourth toes. The gallbladder relates to being able to follow our path in life and to avoid being led astray by external influences. It also relates to being able to regain equilibrium after a shock or something obstructs our path. Seconds. Inhale, you're going to bring the hands to help lift yourself up, flipping the back toes, maybe taking one last downward dog, and then bringing yourself down just onto the knees, onto a seat. We're going to do a quick supine twist. And today we're going to kind of combine our Shavasana and a lying down meditation. I'm going to take you through one as we lie down. So for our twist, come onto your back and bring both knees up. Keep the arms out like goalposts or maybe into a T. And then just letting those knees, both of them fall over to the right. And just gazing opposite of the knees. Breathing into the back here. On your next inhale, just bring both knees, using your core, bring both knees back to center. And shifting a little to the right, letting both knees fall to your left. Gazing the opposite way up the knees, and just breathing into the back, 5 or 10 deep breaths. And slowly making your way back back to your back and just let your feet open up onto the mat, letting your palms rest. Maybe tucking the shoulders, just making any last movements you need. Let's take a few cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. Take 2 more just like that, breathing in, sighing it out. This practice is called Body of Light Visualization. So you're going to lie down comfortably and just focus on the natural rise and fall of your breath. Feeling the belly rise as you inhale. Pulling the navel in as you exhale. Feel your body soft, warm, open, and relaxed. Visualize your belly rising and falling with your breath. Take 3 deep breaths, letting the exhalation last longer than your inhalation. Now be aware that when we breathe, we take in not only air, but also prana. Prana is life energy, and we can visualize it as a dancing white light. Watch it softly entering your nostrils, flowing down your air passages to the thousands of tiny air sacs in your lungs. Feel the light percolating through your lungs, gathering at your heart, and moving outward in waves throughout your body. Feel the wave of light as it flows down through your abdomen, through your hips, your thighs, your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, right down to the soles of your feet. Feel the soles of your feet, radiant with light, and feel the energy flowing to the tips of your toes. Feel the spaces between your toes. Bringing your attention back to your breath. Again, focus on your breath, visualizing this white dancing light of our life force flowing softly down into your lungs, gathering at your heart and flooding out through your shoulders, down through your upper arms, your elbows, and your wrists. Feel the palms of your hands, very open and light, capable and radiant. Feel the light flowing through all the joints of your fingers. Feel the spaces between your fingers. Feel the light dancing on your fingertips. Again, bring your focus back to your breath. Watch the wave of light now streaming up through your neck, your throat, into your jaw. Feel the light move around your gums, in your teeth, through your tongue, and out into your ears. Feel your ears alert, yet relax. Watch the wave of light moving through your sinuses to your nostrils and up into your eyes. Feel your eyes very soft and light, as if resting in a sea of liquid light. Feel the skin around your eyes soft and gentle, every pore open and yielding, breathing in this prana, this life energy. Feel the light moving up now into your forehead, opening up your third eye, the space between our eyebrows, where our intuition is centered. Be aware of the light moving softly from your third eye, moving through your scalp, nourishing the root of every hair on your head. Then take your mind deep into your mind. Feel the prana flushing through your brain, washing through every neuron, every process. Bring your focus back to your breath. Watch it gently expanding throughout your being. You feel very light, light as a balloon. Visualize a wave of light dancing and moving around your heart, surrounding your heart in a protective aura of energy and love. Feel how that makes your heart feel secure. There's space. Visualize the light again encircling your heart, keeping you safe, connected, and separate. Bring your focus back to your breath. And as you breathe in, draw in the energy and light. And as you breathe out, feel a sense of letting go of any shadows, any worries. You are bathed in vitality, peace, and well-being. Breathe in a sense of freedom. Breathe out a sense of release. And slowly begin to bring awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and toes. Making small movements, maybe a full body stretch with the arms up overhead. And then make your way onto your right side. And lay there for just a minute. Trust that something or someone greater than yourself is caring for you. Let things happen. Each time you accept, each time you let go, you get carried further down the river. For today, there is beauty around you. There is beauty in you. There is meaning now. There is importance now. Be open to everything. Feel the feelings of this moment. Absorb all the healing and love of this moment. When it's time for something to happen, it will. When it's time to do something, you'll know. Go with the flow. Everything you need will come to you. Let yourself be fully alive in this moment. The present is enough. This moment is enough. Go with the flow. When you're ready, you can make your way back up into a seated position. We'll close out practice, bringing your hands to touch gently to the sides, reconnecting with the earth. Then inhaling, bringing the hands and palms together. Exhaling, bringing them to the third eye. Taking a breath here. And as you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Bowing mind to heart. May you always go with the flow. Namaste. Thank you, guys. All right, you're holding 7-minute holds on some of those. Not on the twisted dragon. I broke that one into 3 and 3. But you held 7 for butterfly, 7 for child. There was another one, maybe the first one, maybe the knees. And the rest, I broke them up, like 2 and 3. Just so you know you can do that. I didn't want to tell you that was some of the challenge besides different poses, because then I knew your mind would wrap around the 7, especially you. So I tried to distract you with what it was doing to your body and the story. Yeah, that's crazy, right? How do you feel, Rachel? Good. All right, I'll see you soon.